She opened her eyes, ceiling fans spinning above. Where? Panic swelled. Her heart raced faster. She sat up, clutching the bedsheet tightly. Unfamiliar room. Sunlight streamed through the window. Dust danced in the light beams. Who was she? Her mind was blank. A void. No name, no family, no past memories. Fear tightened its grip. She swung her legs off the bed, stood, dizzy. The room swayed around her. She held onto the bedpost for support, steadying herself. She looked around. Small, tidy room, painted a pale blue. A single bed in the corner. A wooden desk. A chair. Nothing to offer clues about her identity. Who was she? Why was she here? The questions echoed in the silence of the room. She walked to the window, looked out. Busy street below. People rushed by, cars honked. The world outside seemed so alive, so full of purpose, yet she felt disconnected from it all. The world outside continued, oblivious to her amnesia. She felt utterly alone. The faces of strangers, the sounds of the city, all seemed foreign and distant. A stranger in her own life. She couldn't remember who she was or where she came from. Every reflection felt like looking at someone else. A wave of dizziness washed over her. She closed her eyes. The room spun, and she felt a deep sense of vertigo, as if her mind was trying to piece together fragments of a shattered past. Images flashed behind her eyelids, vivid colors, intricate patterns, strange clothes, a different time, a different place. It was like watching a movie reel of someone else's life. She saw a young woman, painting. Herself? The images faded. The dizziness subsided. She opened her eyes, confused, intrigued. What were those images? Were they real? Or just figments of her imagination? Or figments of a lost mind? She needed answers, but where to start? The questions swirled in her mind, each one more pressing than the last. She turned away from the window, determined to uncover the truth no matter how painful it might be. Noticed a mirror on the wall. Approached it slowly. Her heart pounded as she drew closer, hoping for a revelation. A young Indian woman stared back. The face was familiar, yet she couldn't place it. Big brown eyes filled with fear and uncertainty. Long dark hair, a familiar stranger. She reached out to touch the glass, as if trying to connect with the person on the other side. Days turned into nights. Nights into days. Still no memory returned. The passage of time felt endless, a blur of light and darkness. She tried to piece together her life, each photograph a fragment of a story she couldn't fully grasp, like a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces. Each piece a clue, yet the picture remained incomplete. The doctor called it retrograde amnesia, caused by trauma. What trauma? She couldn't remember. The void in her mind was vast and daunting. More flashes of the past life, fleeting images that felt both familiar and foreign, stronger now, clearer. The young woman painting. Her name was Anjali. The name echoed in her mind, bringing a sense of belonging. She lived in a small village, surrounded by nature. Her paintings were vibrant, full of life. Anjali felt real. The village with its lush greenery was a sanctuary, more real than her current life. The present felt like a shadow, a mere echo of what once was. The emotions in the memories were vivid, joy while painting. Each brushstroke brought a sense of fulfillment. Love for a man with kind eyes, sorrow at his loss. His face, a beacon of warmth and comfort, haunted her thoughts. These feelings resonated deep within her. She started sketching, clumsy strokes at first, frustration evident in every line. Then her hand moved with a confidence she didn't know she possessed. The lines became smoother, more assured. The images flowed onto the paper, vivid colors, intricate patterns, just like Anjali's. Each sketch a step closer to rediscovering herself. Word of her talents spread like wildfire. People from all walks of life commissioned her to create portraits, landscapes, and even abstract pieces. Her reputation grew, and so did the demand for her unique touch. Each stroke of her brush brought her closer to Anjali, a name that resonated deeply within her. With every painting, she felt she was unraveling a mystery, getting closer to understanding a part of herself that had always felt just out of reach. But as she delved deeper into her art, she felt further from her own identity. She visited museums, studied ancient Indian art, and searched for clues that might connect her to this enigmatic figure. She was on a quest for understanding, for a connection that seemed to elude her. One day, while wandering through a museum, she stumbled upon a painting that stopped her in her tracks. It took her breath away. The painting was unmistakably Anjali's. The colors, the strokes, everything about it felt familiar, as if she had seen it before in a dream. The vibrant colors and the delicate brushstrokes were a signature she recognized instantly. It was as if the painting was calling out to her, bridging the gap between past and present. The caption read, Anjali Sharma, renowned artist, 18th century. 18th century? The idea of past life regression or reincarnation suddenly seemed plausible. Could it be possible that she was connected to this artist from another time? She felt a strange, almost unexplainable connection to Anjali. It was as if their souls were intertwined, sharing a bond that transcended time. A kinship, a shared soul. The feeling was overwhelming, yet comforting. It was as if she had found a missing piece of herself. She reached out and touched the glass that encased the painting, hoping to feel a deeper connection. A jolt surged through her arm and suddenly visions flooded her mind. It was as if a door had been opened, revealing a past life she had long forgotten. She saw Anjali's life unfold before her eyes. Her loves, her passions, and the moments that defined her existence. She also saw her losses, her sorrows, and ultimately, her death. The pain and joy of Anjali's life were now a part of her own memories. In that moment, she understood. She remembered. She was Anjali reborn. The realization was both startling and liberating, as if she had finally found her true self.